His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
The hurricanes that have come through lately have just been horrific. Hurricane Irma that went through Florida. My son, who is a police officer in Tampa Bay, Florida, has gone through all that. My mother-in-law, our friends in Texas as well. Hurricane Harvey. How can we forget Hurricane Harvey? And he had the big earthquake in Mexico City. It's so honored to have Sheriff Troy Nehls on the line. He's from Fort Bend County. That is in Texas. You've seen an awful lot in your county when it comes to helping a lot of people through the whole relief effort. I know you went through pretty good, but you still had to go out and get some lives saved there after that hurricane came through.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Rob, and to your listeners. But Fort Bend County, I believe that we fared quite well. Of course, we had an enormous amount of rain in a short period of time. Fort Bend County is, we have 750,000 people in this county. So there are a lot of people to try to take care of that. Many people were flooded out of their homes. And the relief effort, the coordinated effort to get people out of their homes safely was quite honestly remarkable.
Have you seen a lot of community togetherness in the aftermath?
We have. I spoke at a town hall meeting last night, and I said, during the flood, we weren't talking about immigration issues, and we weren't talking about race issues, things of that nature. And I said to the group last night, I said, why can't this last? We're one shooting away from going back to the way things used to be. Why can't we continue to build this unity and how people come together during a time of crisis? Why can't that remain all year long?
You were in a boat yourself. I mean, you went out literally along with your deputies to help a lot of people in this flood. And along the way, you're even saving some animals, which is so touching.
Of course. There were many people that were evacuated out of their homes, and then many of them actually left their pets behind. So I had access to some airboats. We traveled throughout Fort Bend County, rescued several animals, dogs, cats, a hermit crab, hermit crab. And then, of course, we dealt with the livestock in Fort Bend County because there were many livestock. They were on higher ground, but the farmers, the ranchers couldn't reach them. So we had airboats and other things taking them feed.
About a year ago as well, in 2016, that another flood happened in your county, and here you were in a boat at that time helping to save some people's lives.
Yes, obviously the Memorial Day flooding in 2016 was the worst flood we had in the history of Fort Bend. Obviously, Hurricane Harvey, we've even exceeded that. The water in the Brazos River was the highest it's ever been in the history of Fort Bend County, so we did. Memorial Day helped prepare us for the Hurricane Harvey. It truly did.
Yeah, I was thinking that probably did. And I remember there was something personal that happened when you were in a boat. All of a sudden, you came up to a house and you noticed that there was a dog. It wasn't really getting away from the house, and the dog was up to its neck in water.
Yes, we were traveling through on the airboat just to see if anyone was left behind or any animal. And I looked off to my left and I saw this head, and it was a dog that the water was up to the chin. So we were able to position the airboat in there. I had a film crew with me from a local television station. They jumped into the water and tried to pull the dog out, but we noticed the dog was tethered to the front porch. We rescued the dog. The dog's name is Archer, after Phil Archer from Channel 2. He's a newsman from Channel 2. But now Archer is a female. I didn't realize we named the dog Archer, but Archer is a girl. But I'm not changing the name. The dog is Archer. But Rob, really, quite honestly, that dog has done more for me and my family than I will ever do for Archer.
Yeah, because you wound up adopting Archer.
Yes, we did, and it's wonderful. We have a pool in the backyard. I still think some little PTSD, a little nervous with the water. But right now that dog is in 73 degrees, snoozing on the couch and just taking it easy.
That is so cool. Such a lovely story. And I love how that even the Memorial Day flood prepared you for what you just went through with Hurricane Harvey and helps out so many people.
And really, when it comes to animals, keying in on animals here, 2016, we lost a lot of cattle here because I think that the people, the ranchers and stuff, didn't maybe heed the warning. We saw, in my humble opinion, a significant decrease in the number of livestock and animals lost because people were more prepared this year, as well as, quite honestly, the county.
Sheriff, were you tempted to take any more pets under your own roof?
I have 3. No, I have 3. You know, there was one case, though, I guess maybe the saving grace in a flood. There was a case down there outside of our county that, well, anyway, there were 70, a lady actually had 81 dogs and cats, and they were in such bad shape, I wanted to put her in jail. But we were able to get with the Houston SPCA and Fort Bend County Animal Control and seize those animals because they were in such bad shape. But if we wouldn't have had the flooding, we would have never noticed the dogs that were being treated. It was the worst case of animal cruelty I've experienced in my career.
Yeah, Sheriff Nehls is from Fort Bend County in Texas. How's the county doing today after the hurricane has come and gone?
People are still continuing to come together in this county. The amount of volunteers, the amount of gifts, goods, food, toothbrushes coming from the entire country into Fort Bend County is a blessing. Neighbors getting to meet neighbors that they've never talked to before, helping clean out their homes. So I believe this has brought Fort Bend County closer together, but I just want to see the same attitude and the same compassion and the same spirit 6 months from now.
Yeah, 6 months from now, 8 years from now, and the rest of the time that we're on this planet, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sheriff Nehls, thank you so much for the time. Proud of what you're doing, and that's a lot of your leadership that's keeping that community together. So grateful for you.